The last few cases from Corsair really took the company back to their roots and focused on the same design principles, while coming in different sizes to appeal to a broader consumer audience. For those wanting the no frills approach and value for money, the 4000 series. For those wanting a bit more space, the 5000 series. And for those wanting balls to the wall space for custom loop water cooling, the 7000 series. And each were available in different colours and different SKUs, depending on if you wanted maybe something sleek, something with mass amounts of airflow, or if you wanted that all-important RGB. The big issue was that, frankly, there was nothing that could combine mass airflow and RGB in one case. That is, until now. Say hello to the iCUE 5000T RGB. Let's do this.
Andy, what are you watching?
It's not what you think.
Wow, it's so big.
Why, thank you. It's the new AOC AG493 UCX, 49 inches of pure performance and a refresh rate of 120 Hz. It's so fast. You can even do 2 at a time.
What?
You can connect 2 devices at a time and split the screen. With FreeSync Premium Pro, a 32:9 aspect ratio and a built-in KVM, you'll be finished in no time. Gaming, I mean. What did you think I mean? Get your mind out the gutter and click the link in the description to find out more. Now, we all know Corsair are considered the masters of RGB, the RGB king. They slap it on pretty much anything, and while I do get it, some people aren't into unicorns and rainbows, the majority of consumers love it. Remember, just because something has RGB doesn't mean it needs to be all of them, all of the time, at the same time. For those who are into it though, the new 5000T case comes with a lot of them. 208 in fact. Yep, 208 individually addressable LEDs, which, as the name would suggest, can all be controlled through iCUE. They're at the top, the bottom, the sides, and even in the 3 included LL120 fans, and all conveniently plug into the Commander Core XT, which gives a little bit more flexibility over the Commander Pro, especially for adding in more fans and more RGB at a later date, which is great because, well, there's definitely room for it. And while Corsair class this as a mid-tower case, it's certainly on the bigger side of the scale. But it utilises the size extremely well, especially when looking inside. Not only can it accept eATX motherboards, but there's tons of space for other activities like multiple 360mm radiators, up to 10 120mm fans, and an ample amount of room for storage too. Now, anyone who knows me knows I'm a fan of custom looping pretty much anything and everything. And having the ability to put in 60mm thick rads in the top, as well as the front or side, even the most extreme enthusiast will be happy. Now, to do this, some modular modifications do have to happen, making the 5000T pretty versatile for different users, but does involve unscrewing some panels, moving the cable raceway out the way, and swapping certain panels over, depending on kind of what you're trying to do. And I feel like this is the way that the case market's going right now. Instead of releasing multiple products in various sizes, it just kind of makes sense to have one and, you know, make it adapt around you and your complete build. One area where the size could be dealt with a bit better comes down to vertically mounting your graphics card. I mean, putting in a triple slot card, which typically is quite common, especially on the RTX 3000 series cards, you're going to find the case sits pretty close with the kind of large hinged glass side panel. Though the sheer amount of ventilation on the front and those included fans should provide enough airflow over your components, so it shouldn't really be too much of an issue. The cable side also features a hinge door, but Corsair decided to go with steel instead of keeping some symmetry and having a tempered glass window instead, which, I'm going to be honest, when you find out the price, you're going to be a little bit disappointed. Style-wise, it definitely improves on the existing designs with curves in kind of all the right places. Kind of like me. And follows on the same triangular mesh design that we've seen being incorporated into Corsair products lately. When it comes to airflow, it's all well and good, but it also means regular cleaning is important, and the 5000T actually has some strategically placed dust filters scattered around the case. The first being in the front of the pre-installed 120mm fans, which simply pulls away and is held together with magnets, Once removed, the fine nylon can be cleaned without any unclipping or further removal. There's a small dust filter underneath the PSU that can be slid out the rear and does actually have the same nylon mesh as the front panel. The last dust filter's on the top and does involve removing the top panel by kind of pulling it upwards, and then a larger magnetic dust filter can be removed. And this also reveals the space for 360mm of rads or fans for easy access. The case also sits off the ground by itself because while a build featuring this case would look great on your desk, not everyone has a desk that could hold it. I mean, even without any components, it weighs an absolute ton. And we all know that putting a PC directly on the floor is never a good idea. It's almost like Corsair saw this happening and preemptively put it on a kind of plinth that molds into the style of the case. So with Corsair now having the ability to look into the future, this weekend's lottery numbers would be great if you could. Please. Moving inside, and while the interior is large, it's mainly done on the, let's say, business side, with space for up to 400mm GPUs, 170mm high coolers, and a vertical GPU mount. And due to that, there's only actually room for 5 SSDs officially, though I do believe you could actually fit a few more with some kind of clever ingenuity, or 2 3.5-inch hard drives. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but for a case of this size, I just kind of expected a bit more. Though with the market going kind of more towards M.2 storage now, it's hardly a deal breaker. One area that I do like is the space above the motherboard, with plenty of room for thick radiators with fans while still actually giving you tons of access to your EPS power connectors and other cables. It's the same story at the bottom with kind of plenty of well-positioned cutouts for front panel headers and those pesky USB connectors. USB 3. Ugh. Now, while a lot of cases would have cutouts and kind of grommets for other cables like the 24-pin, they all are kind of hidden. Corsair do it slightly differently with the large panel that we've seen on previous generation cases, giving you full flexibility over cable management and where the cables come through from the other side. Now, in terms of the build, actually building inside this is as easy as you'd expect with a kind of overly sized case. Yes, it's still classed as a mid-tower, but with the sheer volume inside and the kind of openness of the case, it just made installing components a breeze, and not having to worry about the size of your GPU, your CPU cooler, or your PSU, thanks to the removable hard drive cage, it frankly took no time at all to build a pretty pimping rig. The inclusion of the fan hub and everything pre-installed as standard made connecting everything up easy. The hardest part really will come down to kind of what lighting theme you want to go with, and away you go. I mean, me personally, I prefer what we've done here, which was nothing. Default. Now, there is one thing about the case that I simply can't ignore. I mean, you get a lot of case, you get a lot of fancy lighting, but it's not cheap. Go on, take a few seconds. You know what? Put your guess in the comments section below and don't cheat. Have you done it? Okay, good. So the 5000T is launching today in black or white for $399 or £349 or 399 euros. I mean, how can I recommend this to anyone? Now, I get it. Some people won't care and will just want a spacious case with a ton of options with RGB, and they won't care about price, but that's still a very niche part of the market. Where does it need to be? For me personally, it needs to be under $250, pounds, euros, considering that the 5000X comes in at around £185. And for the most part, this case actually shares so many similarities. I'm failing to kind of see where the price gap comes from. Yes, it has RGB and lots of it, but not £160 worth. Definitely not. Now, as always, I need to play devil's advocate. I need to see it from kind of both points of view, consumer and brand. And there's one big sticking point that likely plays a huge factor for the price. Materials. They've gone up in demand, down in supply, and consequently to the moon in price. It's a bit like a bidding war, and the 5000T has a lot of material and also has the added value of the lighting strips and the Commander XT. It's also solid from top to bottom with the steel construction and those large kind of hinged side panels. Also factor in that shipping container costs are still on the rise and, well, are costing 5 to 10 times more than what they did before. So that's definitely going to play a huge part of the cost. And I wouldn't be surprised to actually see older cases slowly creep up to reflect this as well. Whereas at the moment, we're kind of comparing apples to oranges with older cases versus this. Sadly, that's the reality at the moment. And, well, it's a real shame, as the case is actually really lovely to look at. It has great build quality and is unlike anything else on the market due to the kind of integrated lighting. but it just falls short on pricing, and I can see a lot of people thinking it's probably just a bit too big. But it does harness the space really well and gives you a kind of ton of options, especially if you're looking at custom loop. And well, word on the grapevine is that Corsair are going to be releasing new custom loop kind of stuffs. So maybe we're, revisit it as a bit of a showcase in the near future, if that's something that you guys want to see. Obviously, no cash limit because, damn, it's already expensive. But you know what's not expensive? The eTeknix PC Maintenance Toolkit, with everything you need to build, repair and maintain your PC. Grab yours over on store.eteknix.com. And with that, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know exactly what to do, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.